Hey man, I just got the greatest, absolutely the greatest news. The constable, the Honorable Constable Springer for Guadalupe County, has contested the illegal and fraudulent foreclosure and seizure that was being attempted. Oops. This is our timer, so we can't go past this timer. I'm sorry. So you know, it was being attempted by the bank. The bank was being a predator lender, and they were attempting to go after my money. But instead of taking my money, taking my land. And they wouldn't take and give me the opportunity to pay it off. That's how they do this. So, I've been battling. It took me a year to get a total. In the meantime, they went ahead and filed for foreclosure based on wrongful numbers, fraudulent numbers, that the judge took down by $50,000. Yeah. Woohoo! Saved me $50,000 plus a short extension. But because they did not put the correct numbers in there, because they tried to be fraudulent liars, cheaters, and got caught, the foreclosure is delayed until December at the earliest, because they have to now re-advertise to the public and tell them, we lied. This is not the right number. Here's the new number we want to try to take his land for. Well, they're not going to take the land. I now have a number to pay off. I now have 4 more weeks to pay it off. I'm not in such a rush, so I can qualify the people to give them the opportunity that I wanted to give them long ago. But I could not do that as long as this bank had this literally hammer over my head, refusing to let me pay off a loan, adding up lawyers' fees and interest, and then trying to take it without ever telling me the total. It's over. We're going to do this. So I got 10 acres I can put houses on. I got 5 acres. We have a massive warehouse full of electrical, plumbing, literally welding department, stained glass department, paint department. I built tiny houses there. You've seen my houses all over the world. Tiny Texas Houses has had documentaries done, and it's been seen in India, it's been seen in Berlin, it's been seen in Australia, it's been seen in New Zealand, it's been seen all over the world. It's a concept, it's an ethos. It's not a house that's built in Texas, it's a house that's built sustainably. It's built with people's hands, their minds, their eyes, very little corporate dollars. If you do it right, and you have a community, and you have an outpost is comprised of one semi-trailer container with tools like a table saw and some of the tools you need, and then in the middle a space to build houses, and another container over here with the windows and the doors, the parts you need, the flooring, the trim, and then in the middle you tarp over the top of it with a big old tent, which I have the tents to do that with, and I have drawings, cartoons drawn out to show how this is done. And if you do that, you have a local pure salvage outpost, and if you do it right, you get to go ahead and loophole around the zoning because it's a temporary structure, not a permanent industrial building facility. Zoning. But if you go out to a family ranch, if you go out in the country, I can literally drop 2 containers in and you can build 3 houses out of it, and bring another container in and build more 3 houses out of it, and that becomes your whole process. You keep your inventory in here, you go in through the side doors, it's all weatherproofed, you lift the flap, you roll out a door once it's dry, you roll out a house on wheels, just like I did in my place. And then you go ahead and haul it down to the part of the property it's supposed to go to. It didn't make sense to haul them cross country. It cost too much money. It didn't make sense to haul them out even across the state. It's $10,000 to haul a house. Well, I can build it with less than $10,000 in labor if I send you the materials and you build it there, and you build it with friends. And some people may want to be great painters and let them paint your house and trade for you framing their house, because I don't want a 65-year-old woman up there trying to frame her roof by herself. She never climbed on the roof and did the framing or did the decking. Young people can do that. They bounce, they don't break, and they can get back up and keep doing it. And then when they leave and that's all done, older people can come in and put siding on, put interiors, and anybody that's never even done it before. Women like Trinity, who never did carpentry, and she's building the interior of her house. And it ain't no small beauty. It is a treasure, a jewelry box full of everything from literally teak, longleaf pine, cypress, burled longleaf pine, mahogany, oak. It's a composition of colors, it's a composition of materials, and all from the past. The hinges, maybe I put in new screws, I put in new nails, I put in fasteners, I put in new insulation. There are some things I use that are new, but otherwise I don't have to make glass at 2,000 calories per square inch. I don't have to make metal and mine it and cause all the pollution stuff. I can use the old hinges and stuff. Why not? You got to go to Home Depot and get yourself something new in a box that lasts about 1/10 as long as what you can use when it's old. Why not buy salvage to support the salvage miners and the salvage hunters in your communities, and then they in turn supply the materials to go ahead and build and never import anything? Nothing. And you use trees that were cut 100 or more years ago, and they are good trees, quality trees, grown slow, sadly, cut fast, turned into lumber. Now we've got grown in the South, the Canadian lumber industry is coming down. They're going to harvest all the trees that have just barely grown 150 years, not even mature enough to cut yet, but they're going to cut them anyway, all through the South where the longleaf pine trees used to be. I have 500,000, literally 500,000 board feet of longleaf pine in various forms, from 2x2s, 2x4s, 2x12s, 6x6s, and longleaf pine is commercially extinct. It has been commercially extinct. Not available for commercial purposes, cut down fresh, mature stuff, for 70 years. That's how long it's been since we had quality wood. It's the strongest longleaf pine, the strongest of the 77 species of pine in the United States. It actually has the longest potential lifetime as a wood on the wall. It's resistant to rot and everything else. It grew in 50 inches of rain a year. It's the most resistant to termites, to bugs, and to decay from water of anything short of cypress, which I also happen to have a whole lot of cypress. Pecky cypress, 1x12s, 1x4s, some of them 1x14, 11 foot long. Parts of the last of the batches of real treasures, because I didn't collect the ordinary stuff. I didn't go to Home Depot and get a bunch of their kind of stuff. Everything I have was collected, was built prior to 1960, and most of it prior to 1890s, and we're about to run out of time. So, to condense this really quickly, I now have a bit of additional time, 4 more weeks to go ahead and accumulate the correct people to go ahead and, if you want to come in and invest, put some money down, and you get 3 houses worth of materials, windows, doors, floors, trim, stuff like that, various things for the houses, and you might even be one of the first ones in, and you get to be a first choice. And then when you do get the training, maybe it may take a little bit, but you also have a stall there to build a house in. And once you're certified that you know how to build properly, no questions, I can send you off my reputation that I built on building an ethically sound house that'll last for 150 years, won't be wasted on people that I can build faster, I can build cheaper. No, I want to build houses that use the old stuff, that are energy efficient. My house at 107 degrees with a DeWalt fan next to it is 74 degrees in the summertime because the air flows through it. So I want to go ahead and be able to teach people how to build these kinds of houses in case they want them, but also to go ahead and build DC wiring, direct current, as opposed to AC wiring, which is hugely bad and will cause your house to burn down. Look at that, I'm running out of time. So I'm talking fast for all you slow talkers. If you're down in Louisiana, Alabama, you better pause and go back. And even Texas. This is Michigan or speeds. But last time I didn't do any speed talking. Now you know what speed talking is. So please, look at what I'm offering out there. I'll come back in a suit next time. I'll look all legit. But for a 70-year-old guy, guess what? If I could have known I'd be in this condition at this age, I'd have lived life a whole bunch different. I was a crippled kid, poor kid. I came to Texas with $640 to my name in a school bus. I'm telling you, more millionaires are made out of salvage than any other business, but once you make that money, it isn't the money. It's your vessel. If you don't honor this, at 70 years old, kids, you can have this, but don't drink a lot of alcohol, don't do a lot of drugs, don't watch a stupid TV all the time from the couch, don't watch a bunch of football games from the stand, be in the game. Be in the game. I'm about out of time. I'm going to slow down for a second. I want to thank you. Thank you so very much. I've had followers all over the world. I've been censored now for 15 years. My son passed away. I would love for you to listen to his song, The Song of Salvage, by Adam Brad Cattell. If you're at the brink where you're looking at, oh my God, what am I going to do? Please watch another audio video, The Chasm at the Fringe. There's 2 versions of The Song of Salvage. One, you can see how we tear a house down in 7 days, a 2-story house with 3 women who have never done it before, 49 years old, and 5 kids. Please watch the salvage expedition at El Campo, done to music. And on top of that, you can see a whole house come down in 7 days to music, and see all the boards come off, and see all the tools I used to remove the flooring, to remove the walls, the beadboards you see on these ceilings. If you were here, it came from that house. Please, you can go in and make $1 million and spend it on your family, on your community, making houses out of the greatest treasure in the world. If you don't believe me, look at my examples. I've made 75 houses, 80 houses out there to try to exemplify what's possible. And in 10 minutes, about the time of this, I've expressed that to you in hundreds of words. But the pictures, look at what I did. The proof is in the pudding. Go online, the Willy Wonka of tiny houses, Kirsten Dirksen's best video for me, and she did another one after that. So please, there's ample examples. If you have a question, The Chasm at the Fringe on the YouTube. That's the place you're at. I was there over and over again. Join me. We're about to run out. Thank you, thank you. The time is now.